And before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and tap the like button. Really helps out the channel. Um, Now, have you ever been so caught off guard by a story that you just had to stop and process what you saw? And that's exactly what happened with the twists in House of the Dragon. Um, uh, this series took a familiar world and shook it up in ways no one expected. Instead of following the book fire and blood page for page, the show reinterpreted history, turning a dry chronicle into a living, breathing saga full of shocking moments. Uh, Imagine dragons choosing riders in totally unexpected ways, or quiet alliances morphing into epic betrayals. These surprises keep uh, every episode charged with uh, anticipation. And one of the biggest jaw droppers came when the dragon Sea Smoke refused to bond um, in the usual way, as rather than being planed by the obvious writer. He singled out Adama Hall, someone hidden in the shadows of the story, in this unorthodox pairing, flipped traditional loyalties on their head, and sparked celebrations among Rhaenyra's supporters. And then there was Alicent's bold move. She fled the center of power, but instead of plunging right into battle, she proposed a deal to Rhaenyra: freedom for certain prisoners, exchange for control of King's Landing, which is, it was a delicate political dance, one that wasn't in the book, surprising fans with its strategic twist and showing that sometimes survival means choosing peace over war. Lara Strong took Bark storytelling to a new level. Setting his own family ablaze wasn't just shocking.
It turned the hallway whispers into outright gasps.
His ruthless climb to power stripped away notions of loyalty and family, uh, proving that sometimes the most dangerous players wear the mask of devotion. Romance also played its part with young Rhaenyra embarking on scandalous relationships that set tongues wagging, sneaking into brothels and entangling herself with both Daemon and Criston Cole. She unfolded a complex web of desires and loyalties, reminding us that political drama and love affairs often crash spectacularly together. Um, and Daemon's vision of Daenerys Targaryen was a curious nod crossing timelines, seeing the future queen riding dragons from a past perspective gave his character a renewed sense of purpose, even if it raised eyebrows about narrative risks. Sometimes a little fan service goes a long way in storytelling. The miscommunication between Viserys and Alicent helped light the fuse to war. A misunderstood prophecy about Aegon spiraled into political chaos, showcasing how a single overheard conversation or a case of mistaken identity can alter the fate of kingdoms. These tangled messes make history feel dangerously unpredictable. Lanner's fate was rewritten too. Instead of dying as the book suggested, he escaped to live openly with his true love, an act of quiet rebellion that added depth to his character and left viewers wondering what future secrets might come from his hidden life. Daemon's fierce temper exploded when he slashed Daemon's face. A brutal message disguised as a warning. It was a swift, savage act to defend honor and family, cutting through the court's subtle games like a Dryden's flame through a winter chill. The death of Lucerys and his dragon Eryx shook the audience, not because it was shocking, but because the show reimagined the cause. And instead of cold-blooded revenge, it was portrayed as tragic chaos. Aemon's lack of control turning a deadly moment into a heartbreaking accident. Weddings in this world rarely promise happiness. When Rhaenyra married Laenor, the festivity twisted into tension and violence. Forbidden feelings, jealous rivalries, and unexpected murders turn the ceremony into a powder keg, proving that even love's joyous celebrations can hide dark storms. If dragons had a sense of humor, they might have laughed at some of these plot turns. After all, who knew a dragon choosing its rider could cause more drama than a Game of Thrones tavern brawl? It's like they say in Westeros, never trust a Dryden with a mind of its own. They're masters of fiery surprises. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,